I remember when I was very young, my mother would take me to church, and yet very reluctantly, almost flinching every time we went. And I always thought that was because she was very shy. It was such an effort for her, a single mom, to come with her daughter, very young, that she felt shy already, self-conscious, that she felt ashamed, that she felt any number of things which did not come true in that welcoming community of the First Unitarian Church in Chicago, who embraced her and I and so many other people. Then I realized that there was a period of time there which was during the polio epidemic, and that part of her terror was that of gathering together in large groups of any kind, because it was realistically dangerous, and yet she did it anyway. Because of her commitment to our religious life and to a larger religious community and to a perspective in the world, which she put both our bodies on the line to represent. Indeed, my best friend's mother had contracted polio and was struggling on crutches to be there, and the church rallied in some of the earlier awarenesses of accessibility to embrace her and my friend. And so when we gather together, we are making a statement. It is safe for us right now. We feel that here. And yet, every morning before service, I say to our wonderful ushers and greeters, our pianist, our musicians, what does this mean? And they say, it means pay attention. What does this mean? It means call 911, because I, from this viewpoint, can see an intruder. And they all pass the test every single time, and we have had our drill, and we have had our drill just now. Because we are, by and large, safe. And these are troubled times. They are troubled times in France, and yet people gather together to worship in family gatherings, to go about the daily business of life. These are troubled times, and yet every day the police officer on duty gets up and puts on their uniform and goes out into the community to serve and protect. These are troubled times, and yet every day the black mother who has spoken to her child, the black father who has spoken to his child and himself, goes out into a world which is simply not safe. There's a wake-up call, perhaps, for those of us, those at different periods of time in our lives who enjoy that sense of safety and security. To stay woke is to be willing to move into another's perspective, to walk a mile in someone else's moccasins, to see through a camera held by a person of color, by a police officer, to look with eyes other than your own it does indeed require a commitment to be willing to suffer in some ways. The commitment to be religious is the commitment to expand your heart and your mind into the suffering of a world.